Hello YouTube, hello, back with you with another Dark Elf game. So today we're fighting Mathriel the Wise, really skilled opponent, one of the best Beastmen players that I've played. And we played 4 different games. And yeah, this was the one that I did Dark Elves, and then I did some other races. So after this one, I'm going to be doing game 2 of the game with Luca, is that what it was? His name? But yeah, this game was just really cool, so I wanted to show it. My opponent was trying something with Primal Fury. It's some kind of crowd control you use with the 2 Brave Shamans of Wild, and it works pretty effectively. So for my lord, I took Malekith on a dragon, and I don't ever usually do that, but I have to admit, in the Beastmen matchup, it is really good. Having that big terror-causing monster is really, really handy with the Beastmen. Usually I go pretty cheap with my lords, as you guys know. Rarely do I take Malekith on the Black Dragon, but if ever there's a matchup for it, it's this one. For my front line, I have 4 Dread Spears, followed by a secondary line of Sisters of Slaughter, which will be perfect to dealing with Gore Herd, because you can look at them, guys. They have hardly any armor. 35 armor, 15 armor. What do these guys have? 15 armor. So, yeah, they're going to be taking a lot of damage, and these ladies right here have really good melee attacks, so it's pretty much going to be guaranteed. Not to mention they have dodge, they have poison, and really good melee defense themselves. We also have a few Black Oak Corsairs of Handbows, and the reason you take these is these are a natural counter to throwing axes. So yeah, if your opponent tries to go throwing axes on you, you just screen them out with these Handbows here. Also, we have a pretty heavy Cav contingent. Here in the middle pocket, it's going to be anchored in the middle of my force. We have some Cold One Dread Knights, and these are not the anti-large one. These are the melee-focused one, the can openers. Look how cool they look. So yeah, these guys are going to be a good anchor in the middle. Going to keep Minotaurs and these chariots from just like rampaging through my lines since they have so much mass. And you can see, guys, speaking of which, the balance of power is really strongly in my opponent's favor right off the bat here. So I'm going to have some catching up to do. Also, we have 2 units of Cold One Knights for my anti-large needs. And we have 1 spear over here by himself. I was hoping that if my opponent had like a Cygor or something, that this guy could kind of sneak in there and get it. So that is my build. For my opponent, you can see that he has 2 Chaos Warhounds of Poison here in the back. And he's going for a Vanguard build, so he's trying to get into my face, just right into me. Against the Dark Elves, though, I don't know if a rush build is usually the best way to go. He has the Black Horns Ravengers. These guys have Stalk. A couple of Raiders right here. These guys will be good against the Sisters of Slaughter, even though they do have a missile resist chance. For his lord, he has Kazarak, so he's going the 3 Chariot build, which is really powerful, since Kazarak's Chariot's one of the most powerful ones in the game. It's over 100 charge bonus, I do believe. Yeah, 113. So he has that. He has the 2 wild sorcerers, and I don't really know their spells. I tried clicking on it. Oh, there we go. I got it to work. So he has Devolve, and he has Mantle of Gork. And you also have Primal Fury, Bestial Surge. So what is that Primal Fury thing he was talking about? He had mentioned the Primal Fury thing. Jagged Dagger, Hag of Tree. What is your Primal Fury? Oh, there it is right there. So this is what he was saying that was so good. These guys get immunity to psychology. They get melee to self-leadership is 8 charge bonus. So alright, so these guys will just stay in combat pretty long is what these guys are good for, I guess, is why he said to put these guys on the chariot. So I was wondering why he was having so much value with them. We also have the Destroyers of the Drakewad, a couple Spearmen, and then we have some Bestigors, and lastly we have a big giant here. So yeah, good thing I brought some anti-large, and then last but not least some Harpies. So let's just go ahead and jump into it, guys. It's kind of a shorter game. So yeah, since he went for the Vanguard, we're not going to have much of an area to traverse. So you can see that we're just going to be right up in his business pretty quickly. Malekith's going to get one of his Gaze of Malice spells right here, since they were all gloved up, and I'm going to get some pretty good damage. So yeah, that's a good value. You can see the Spearmen going to start hitting the Blackhorns Ravengers, but the Sisters of Slaughter will be able to reinforce those guys pretty strongly. You can see the Cold One Knights are going to come here, charge right into these Ungors, and keep these chariots, more importantly, from landing. So yeah, you can see our front lines are colliding all across the map right here. Malekith is going to land. You can see I'm going to land him right into this little pocket right here, try to get some terror routing. And you can see I got some Cold One Knights right here, the anti-large ones with the Stand Your Ground. They're going to help trying to fight these giants. Over here, you see the Harpies are trying to screen out these Handbows, but yeah, the Handbows will shoot these guys in the face for all oblivion. And yeah, this is the Slaughter. Since we have a bigger army, it's starting to go around, and we'll be able to get into these Destroyers of Drakewad. Same with over here. These Handbows are just luring away his Chaos Warhounds, which is it's cool. It means he's not getting a rear charge on me. It means he's not poisoning my army. So Malekith is going to land. You can see I'm going to cast I do cast a Word of Pain on his Best of Gores to lower these guys' melee attack, and yeah, we just have a big battle. You can see he's trying to get a charge in with Kazarak. He's using Apocalyptic Vision, but my Spearmen, mixed in with the Sisters of Slaughter, are keeping him from being able to cycle charge me. You can see that his Giant is taking a lot of damage. I'm going to get a Soul Steer off on it, and yeah, we're just trying to weaken it. And you can see that we're just breaking his lines. It's the age-old tale when you're fighting Beastmen. Their leadership is just so low, so if you have a terror-causing monster, it just causes a mass rouse like this. And you can see the Spearmen, all my units are just starting to collapse onto him. Malekith's still at full health. My opponent is going to get Scourge off, and he is going to get a Devolve, which is going to lower the leadership of these guys, but the Dark Elves already have really good leadership, so it's not that big of a problem. You can see that we're surrounding the Giant right here. He's about half health. The Sisters of Slaughter have shut down all his Ungor Raiders, and yeah, it's just looking really good for us, guys. He has all these powerful charge, these chariots, but he just doesn't have a way to really do anything about it since I have so much cav and so many anti-large units. You can see Balance of Power is really strongly in my favor. We have the Giant completely surrounded. We've chased off all his shaft units. We're chasing off his archers. You can see Malekith is going to land on this Bray Shaman of Wild. We're going to get a really good hit on him, and yeah, it's going to be pretty much our game. We're just going to start cleaning him up, and I do believe my opponent is going to GG here pretty quickly. So, yeah, guys, we kind of met his Vanguard head on. You can see that he has 2 Brayman Shamans right here, and Kazarak just can't get any value. I mean, you're just completely surrounded by anti-large, and yeah. So that was a little bit quick game, but that build that he did bring did beat me when I brought my Norska build and when I brought Chaos. So, yeah, he was able to beat my other races, just not the Dark Elf one. So, I mean, I know this build is powerful. I've seen him use it to pretty good effect. I don't know if he watches the channel or not, but if you are, write in the comments what your thought process is with this Bestial Fury or whatever I said it was. So one of the keys for my success, obviously Malekith on that Black Dragon. Big, large, terror-causing monster, the Word of Pain on the Best of Gores, the Soul Stealer to keep him, healed up, topped off. The Cold One Dread Knights in the middle, that was a good pick for us because it kept his chariots from being able to rush to the middle. Same with the Cold One Knights, we were able to shut down pretty much all his chariot play. So it's a good synergy when you have all these Dread Spears backed up by Sisters of Slaughter. Dread Spears keep you from getting cycle charges. Sisters of Slaughter will poison and do the damage for you. The Blackguard Corsairs of Hambos did really good, luring away his shaft units, his Warhounds, his Harpies, and so on. And yeah, things just kind of worked together. This was a rush, kind of Vanguard build, but against the Dark Elves, that's risky. We're not going to turtle. We're going to meet you head on. So, alright guys, I hope you kind of learned something from that. I would say this is a pretty reliable Dark Elf build against Beastmen. So, alright, it's Atticus. The next video will be Game 2. Will be the Empire versus Wintertooth game with Luca. So, alright guys, see you next time. Bye-bye.